I'm Jet Gamer, and this is a presentation that I had to do for school. Harry Potter, book to big screen. It's magical. This time 20 years ago, audiences everywhere were flocking to theaters to see a movie that revolutionized the world of fantasy as we know it. But enough about Lord of the Rings. I'd rather talk about the movie that came out a month before, Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone. Based on J.K. Rowling's first and most successful book series, the Harry Potter series has gained recognition as being one of the best film adaptations of all time. In this presentation, we will look at the second book in the Harry Potter series, Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets. And let me tell you, going from book to big screen is magical. In this presentation, we will examine several scenes from the storyline of Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets book and movie. We will do so by comparing and contrasting the relative effectiveness and impact of these scenes on the reader or viewer. We will look at the Mudblood scene, the Quidditch scene, the Answer Field scene, the Anagram scene, and the ending. After the first movie adaptation, the filmmakers learned that some scenes are more essential than others, and they had a better idea of which scenes to leave in and which scenes could be safely left out. This was a mistake that was made a few times in the first movie. For example, when they cut out Hermione's trial scene when the three main protagonists were going after the Sorcerer's Stone. As a result, the second movie actually had a lot more from the book than the first movie did. That being said, there were still some noticeable things that were left out of the film version of Chamber of Secrets. For example, at one point in Slytherin, when Slytherin's Quidditch team show up with their new Nimbus 2001 broomsticks and Malfoy as their new Seeker, Hermione comments, "At least no one on the Gryffindor team had to buy their way in. They got in on pure talent." Malfoy replies saying, "No one asked your opinion, you filthy little mudblood." In the movie, there's not really much of a reaction shown to him saying that, but as we can see in the next section of the novel's version, there was a very different reaction in the book. I mean, see for yourself.
At least no one on the Gryffindor team had to buy their way in. They got in on pure talent.
No one asked your opinion, you filthy little mudblood. She'll pay for that one, Malfoy. Eat slugs!
Riveting. Want to see what they had in the book?
At least no one on the Gryffindor.
Harry knew at once that Malfoy had said something really bad, because there was an instant uproar at his words. Flint had to dive in front of Malfoy to stop Fred and George from jumping on him. Alicia shrieked, "How dare you!" And Ron then plunged his hand into his robes, pulling out his wand, yelling, "You'll pay for that one, Malfoy!" and pointing it furiously under Flint's arm at Malfoy's face. A loud bang echoed around the stadium, and a jet of green light shot out of the wrong end of Ron's wand, hitting him in the stomach and sending him reeling backwards onto the grass. However, the same idea is still gotten across us in the movie.
Who's Ron trying to curse anyway?
Malfoy. He called Hermione... well, I don't know exactly what it means.
He called me a mudblood.
He did not.
What's a mudblood?
It means dirty blood. Mudblood's a really foul name for someone who is muggle-born, someone with non-magic parents, someone like me. It's not a term one usually hears in civilized conversation.
See, the thing is, Harry, there's some wizards, like the Malfoy family, who think they're better than everyone else because they're what people call pure blood.
That's horrible. It's disgusting.
And it's codswallop to boot. Dirty blood. Why, there isn't a wizard alive today that's not half blood or less. More to the point, they've yet to think of a spell that our Hermione can't do. Come here. Don't you think on it, Hermione. Don't you think on it for 1 minute. Hey?
This is Rowling's successful attempt at showing the Wizarding World's equivalent to racism, and how racism hurts not only the people being judged, but the people close to them as well. The most visually impressive part of the Harry Potter movies is seeing the wizarding sport Quidditch being played. When reading the book, you might see images in your mind from the description, but not everyone is good at forming images in their mind. By putting these scenes in the movie and just being able to watch it, we know exactly what it looks like in the author's mind. It looks something like this.
Alright there, Scarhead!
Watch yourself, Harry!
Whoop, look out!
Blimey! Harry's got himself a rogue bludger. That's been tampered with, that has.
I'll stop it.
No! Even with a proper one, it's too risky. You could hit Harry.
This is a problem, and like it's described in the book, the rogue bludger breaks Harry's right arm. Forcing him to jump off his broom and catch the snitch in his left hand.
Let's go.
Harry Potter has caught the snitch! Gryffindor wins!
And to add insult to injury, when Gilderoy Lockhart comes to fix Harry's arm, well...
Brachiam. Emendo!
Ah, yes. Well, that can sometimes happen. But the point is, you can no longer feel any pain. And very clearly, the bones are not broken.
Broken? There's no bones left.
Much more flexible, though.
Whoops. In the first book, the story was basically told in a routine format of mystery, clue, answer. However, in Chamber of Secrets, we got mystery, mystery, more mystery, and so on. The mysteries build, and we have no idea what can be going on. Harry is hearing voices that no one else can hear coming from the walls. We discover that Harry is a parcel mouth, meaning he can understand and speak to snakes. People all over the school are turning up petrified for no apparent reason at all. All the roosters at Hogwarts have been killed somehow. All we find out is that there is a monster of some kind in the Chamber of Secrets, and the only information we get from Aragog, king of the Arachnids, is that the monster in the Chamber of Secrets is something his kind do not speak of, and that they fear it above all else. Then, when Harry and Ron visit the petrified Hermione in the hospital wing, they find a piece of paper crumpled up in her hand. Once they get out of her hand and uncrumple it, all the answers are given at once.
Of the many fearsome beasts that roam our land, none is more deadly than the basilisk. Capable of living for hundreds of years, instant death awaits any who meet this giant serpent's eye. Spiders flee before it, Ron, this is it. The monster in the Chamber of Secrets is a basilisk. That's why I can hear it speak. It's a snake.
But if it kills by looking people in the eye, why is it no one's dead?
Because no one did look it in the eye. Not directly, at least. Collins saw it through his camera. Justin. Well, Justin must have seen the basilisk through nearly headless Nick. Nick got the full blast of it, but he's a ghost. He couldn't die again. And Hermione had the mirror. I bet you anything she was using it to look round corners in case it came along.
And Mrs. Norris? I'm pretty sure she didn't have a camera or a mirror, Harry.
The water. There was water on the floor that night. She only saw the basilisk's reflection. Spiders flee before it. It all fits.
But how's the basilisk been getting around? A dirty great snake, someone would have seen it.
Hermione's answered that too.
Pipes? It's using the plumbing.
Remember what Aragog said about that girl 50 years ago? She died in a bathroom. What if she never left?
Holy Myrtle.
All students are to return to their house dormitories at once. All teachers to the second floor corridor immediately.
The only thing that's not included in the movie is that the crowing of a rooster can kill the basilisk. However, there is a deleted scene in the second movie where Hagrid shows our three main protagonists a dead rooster and says all the others have been killed. I think we've all heard of an anagram before. In case you haven't, an anagram is when the letters from a word or words are taken and put in a different order with different spacing to form a new word or words. For example, long hidden could be rearranged to form golden hind. Or in Harry Potter's case,
Haven't I told you? Killing mudbloods doesn't matter to me anymore. For many months now, my new target has been you. How is it that a baby with no extraordinary magical talent was able to defeat the greatest wizard of all time? How did you escape with nothing but a scar while Lord Voldemort's powers were destroyed?
Why do you care how I escaped? Voldemort was after your time.
Voldemort is my past, present, and future.
You're the heir of Slytherin.
take note, scary movie directors. This is how you do a scary scene, not by cheap jump scares over and over. And that's really interesting because Harry Potter isn't even a horror series. It's fantasy. The ending of the movie has a scene that is not in the book. When Hermione and Hagrid return, it shows the great friendship between Harry, Ron, and Hermione.
Well, welcome back, Hermione.
It's good to be back. Congratulations, I can't believe you solved it.
Well, we had loads of help from you. We couldn't have done it without you.
Thanks.
And when Hagrid shows back up, you know what? Let's just watch.
There's no Hogwarts without you, Hagrid.
A perfect ending for the film. Well, everyone, there's just one thing I have left to say.
Thanks.
I'll see you next time.